Good morning, everybody.
Happy Thursday, almost to the weekend here.
This is a little bit of a tough morning, it seems like.
It's been a struggle this morning. I don't know about you, Jack, but I didn't drink coffee this morning. I was trying to get through the day without drinking coffee for once.
Big mistake.
A big mistake. I made it through, but I'm feeling it this morning. Definitely a little bit harder to wake up, especially we were talking about the gloomy conditions out there.
The clouds.
Just makes the drowsiness kind of weigh a little bit harder. So, I mean, that's what we're experiencing this morning. I think you're kind of feeling the same thing, right?
But tomorrow's Friday, so we'll power on through.
And tomorrow's going to be nice, but
yeah, a lot
today...
more comfortable.
Today is a little bit on the warmer side. Even at 3 this morning, I was walking into work and man, the humidity and the heat was just rather excessive. So we still have this heat advisory throughout most areas of central Illinois here. That goes until 8 p.m. tonight. So nearly 12 more hours dealing with the heat advisory here with temperatures back into the upper 80s and low 90s. If you thought yesterday was warm, well, today is expected to be just a few degrees warmer than that. So for our dog walking forecast, I do recommend best hours to walk the dogs probably early this morning before we do see some active weather moving in by later this evening. Now, taking a look at your cast for those temperatures, again, most areas are expected to be into the upper 80s and 90s here. 95 is what we're expecting the warm spot to be like in Springfield and in Vandalia. Then off to the eastern counties, all areas over there will be into the low 90s. So all in all, just a very, very, very warm day across the area here. But let's take a look at how these temperatures will be feeling like throughout the day today. As you can see, towards the western counties, a little bit warmer compared to the eastern counties here. So over in Springfield, we have 111 degrees. That's the same situation in Jacksonville, Decatur, even Taylorville, 110 in Mattoon, and in Effingham, 108 in Champaign. But you might notice Petersburg still into the upper 80s and Danville 99. So a little bit of some variation there, but all in all, it's still going to be very warm. Just doesn't really matter about where you're at across the viewing area here today. But relief is on the way. We are expecting to see this cold front that is moving in, bringing the active weather today to really cool us off heading towards tomorrow and the weekend, where we're forecasting temperatures into the upper 70s and low 80s. So relief is on the way. Just have to get through today. And Jack, you want to talk about the storms for tonight?
Yep. So like Amelia said, we've got a nice cool down thanks to a cold front that comes through later on this evening. But along that front, there's going to be the chance for some storms. In fact, there already are some storms kind of close by the region this morning. Currently 8:43 on this Thursday morning. We had some storms that really got going across Wisconsin, and then they went into northwest Indiana, but they did kind of break into parts of our northeastern viewing area. But we also have some storms currently right around the Peoria area, kind of along I-74. So that's our next little view over there. These storms have been slowly weakening. They've been very slowly weakening, but they're clearly still there. So we probably are going to have some of these storms sneak into our viewing area throughout the morning hours. We called for a dry morning, and some of us are going to actually see some rain showers, including here in Champaign. I heard some of the raindrops at the station here as those rain showers were approaching. So those are always tough to tell when those storms come in from another part of the country. These got going late in the evening yesterday across northern Minnesota and Wisconsin, and they've got kind of all held together. You've got more in the way of those storms going from essentially Cincinnati up into Canada. And again, those were all storms that got going across Minnesota and Wisconsin yesterday. Our chances for storms are going to be along the cold front that comes through. And so with our future track, you're going to see that we've got our showers and storms out there this morning, and it's actually going to do a pretty poor job of picking up on that, which also makes this afternoon's forecast a little bit more difficult too. We'll be right around kind of after 4 o'clock, so 5, 6 o'clock or so. We're probably going to see those storms develop. It's likely going to be kind of right around I-74 where they're going to make their appearance known. So if you live in, let's say, Pontiac, Bloomington, Watseka, for example, you might end up missing out on these storms if they end up forming where we think that they will, which would be kind of right in the center of the viewing area there. And then they'll travel to the south throughout the rest of the evening, and then by tonight we should be pretty dry, and then we're going to be much more cool. So our storm chances today, though, are going to be mainly from the that afternoon round that you just saw and that evening round. There is a slight risk for severe weather. So on a scale of 1 to 5, it's a 2. So not exactly all that high, but not low either. It's mainly going to be a wind threat for today, but hail is still going to be possible, and we can't rule out an isolated tornado here or there. But if these all kind of form into a line of storms like what we think is going to happen, then it would be more of a wind threat. So again, kind of after 4 o'clock is when those storms look to develop, and then they'll continue to slide down south throughout the viewing area into this evening, and then a lot of overnight tonight should be pretty dry.
That's right.
Yeah, we've got active day today. It's the big changing day, and once this front comes on through and our storms come to an end, it's going to be a lot more comfortable by tomorrow.
Absolutely. And Jack mentioned, even though these chances are just out of a 2 out of a 5, there still are chances for those tornadoes. We've seen some funnel clouds even when there was just a marginal risk the past week or so. So definitely want to stay weather aware. Even though the chances are slight, just want to stay active and just be aware later this evening.
Yep. We'll be on social media if we need to be. We'll obviously have more information on our newscasts, the website too, so it's all there. And if we got to break in, we'll break in if we have to.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. It's going to be nicer going forward, though.
Yes, yeah, a lot more in the way of comfortable weather. We've got some rain chances over the weekend. I'll talk about that at 9 o'clock in the newscast there. But yeah, just stay weather aware with us throughout the afternoon hours and evening hours today as those storms come on through.
That's right. Have a beautiful Thursday. Probably want to take care of yourselves in the heat as well.
Yep.
So just
drink that water.
That's right.
All right, bye guys.
Have a good Thursday.